Today we are testing some of the weirdest tennis rackets on the entire planet. Because let's face it, we're some weird guys.
We're gonna be taking these rackets through the most rigorous testing that tennis YouTube has ever seen to see how they compare to our beloved Dunlop frame. So let's see how these rackets stack up, and next thing, Kyle may be getting kicked out of a USTA tournament for using a banned stick.
This is the Blackburn DS107. Word is, this tennis racket was developed over a span of 20 years with the help of NASA physicists. Is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Supposedly it removes all vibrations from contact, and it's supposed to be the most forgiving tennis racket ever made. Because of the dual-sided nature of the string bed, it's said that the strings are supposed to last twice as long. Well, get this, Blackburn, it's also twice as expensive. Tennis Warehouse forum user The Dark Knight had this to say about the stick. There's no racket on earth that has a more powerful serve because this is the head heaviest racket on earth. To add to the massive power, you will always hit a clean spot as there is no frame, thereby increasing accuracy.
Let's look at this. Absolutely no frame on this thing. You can literally hit it anywhere. Holy crap.
It's actually insane. This is actually insane.
Is the vibration thing real?
Hold on, let me get a couple more. That was a frame. That was literally a frame on a normal racket, and it still went flying. It almost feels hollow, like it's giving some extra pop. Oh my gosh.
That's the biggest backhand I've ever hit. First impressions, it hits a big ball because the head is so heavy. Not very maneuverable, I'm gonna be honest. When you hit the sweet spot, there's no feedback whatsoever. It's like swinging into nothing. Let's test some of the bold claims here. All right, we're testing the first bold claim, more forgiveness. We're doing ball machine, best of 15, starting with the Dunlop. Oh gosh, 2 for 2. There's a real fear of letting Dunlop down there. Like, I was just nervous. I was like, I can't have my Dunlop lose to this thing. 13 for 15, tough number to beat. Let's see what the most forgiving racket in the world can do. Tough start. I'm trying my best, I'm serious. It's just so different than my normal racket. I'm missing everything. I think maybe if you get some time to get used to this, there is a big sweet spot, but because it's so head heavy, I think that takes away from its forgiveness. It's hard to swing. It's hard to get used to. Major win for Dunlop here.
Next bold claim, faster serves. Y'all know the drill, 10 and 10. See which one's better. Let's go hit bombs. It's bomb central in Austin, Texas today. I feel like my arm might fall off swinging this thing.
Holy crap.
It's literally like a rocket. Because it's so heavy, it messes with my timing.
Jesus. Absolute tanks. That racket is the very literal definition of a hammer.
That was fun. This thing is like so dense. It just feels like it explodes off the racket, especially because there's just so much weight in the head. And so when you make contact with this thing in the center of the face, I mean, you don't want to see me with this thing, that's for sure. Honestly, the ground strokes with this thing, the serves, you don't want to see me out on the court with this thing. I don't think I'm losing to anybody. But the thing that I will say is 10 swings with this thing with the serve, couple ground strokes, arm feels like it's gonna fall off. It actually feels like it'll be sore later, specifically because of this thing. So
is what happens when you leave your racket out in the Texas heat, am I right, Kyle?
Yep.
Am I right? We have the Curvestar ergonomic tennis racket. Curvestar was a 2014 Kickstarter that ultimately failed, but let's give them the benefit of the doubt. It's hard to break in the racket industry. Kyle and I will be the real judge if these things are actually good. So what are these rackets actually for? In the Kickstarter campaign, Curvestar says that they more naturally accentuate the hand. And I'm gonna be honest, it does feel kind of nice. However, the head shape is really throwing me off a little bit. It also comes with these bold claims as well. Easier volleys, faster serves, and more control on low shots. Things both me and Kyle struggle with. So let's get right to it and start whipping this thing around. Let's go first impressions. I'm assuming it goes this way because that's what feels nice in the hand. Wow. Wow. I'm kind of cracked with this racket. As weird as it looks, it's not a bad design. I'm surprisingly quite impressed with how easy that is and how normal that plays.
It feels weird, I don't know. Like the weight distribution is just slightly different than a regular racket. I've hit the center of the face pretty much every time, so I thought it's not nearly as weird as I expected. I think a cool thing to do here is the comparison. Here's them literally. So like the sweet spot is in the same, oh God. All right, time to test the first bold claim, easier volleys. I'm gonna do 10 with my normal racket and then 10 with this one and see which one's better. I see myself in you. That's not good.
Oh God.
I don't think I'm gonna get one on this side. Ah.
7 for 10. That's gonna be a tough number to beat.
7 for 10, some ugly misses, but. Ah. Oh! Oh! I mean, comfort level is kind of nice with this thing. Yeah, like Trey said, it just feels good in that continental grip. Feel like you get a decent amount of control. I can't say that I just prefer it over the regular racket. I mean, I'm not necessarily a volley god or anything like that you saw me with, but there is some comfort in this racket at the net, which is nice. That's always what you want.
Time to test next bold claim, serve speed. We're hitting 10 with this bad boy, 10 with this bad boy. There's just simply no way that this is gonna hit faster serves than this.
Oh, nice.
10. All right, we got a good baseline. On to the Curvestar. That was kind of a rocket, no?
Yeah, it was a rocket.
You know, I think this one had a little more juice, but surprised with how negligible the difference was. Like, it was pretty close. You were returning the serves. What do you think?
I thought that, yeah, I mean, there wasn't that much of a difference, to be honest. I mean,
We'll see what the speed says, but I would guess that it's gonna be like less than 5 mile an hour difference in the average speeds. Impressed with the Curvestar. It's not as accurate as this thing is. Serve speeds, it's up there.
all right, bold claim number 3, more control on low balls. This is what drives me crazy the most in tennis. So same thing, 10 on each racket, see which one feels better. That's not good. Not bad, something I've been improving on. So you like to see a little 8 for 10 action there. Oh, I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry.
Wasn't very low, but we'll count it.
Oh, that's a low ball. Whoa, yeah. Oh, same tie. These were a little more lethal though. I'm not even, like, that's not exaggerating. Better shots came from this. I'm out of breath. I think the low ball claim may actually be true.
All right, overall thoughts on the Curvestar. As weird as it looks, it plays pretty normal. I think Volleys harder because of the weird shape. Anything where you have to not hit like a normal shot, normal forehand, like a squash shot, slice, the weird shape really comes into play. Everything else,
100%, yeah.
Straight line, it's a solid racket.
I think the real downfall of this thing was the fact that if you show up to a court with this racket and this is what you're gonna play with,
your opponent might just pack up his shit and leave.
Yeah, so that's the real downfall.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up from us.
This next racket is one of the most famous cult tennis rackets of all time. This is the spaghetti strung tennis racket. This is banned. It requires a little more background, so let's go back to the studio and tell you about this thing.
Werner Fischer was a struggling club tennis player in 1977, much like Kyle and I. Werner, unlike Kyle and I, was very smart and decided to hack the system. He designed a stringing system with 5 cross strings, 2 sets of mains, 1 in front and 1 behind. The main strings were then tied together in the middle, creating the spaghetti strung racket that provided some insane snapback and some of the most unpredictable spins of all time. In 1977, this racket landed in the hands of Michael Fischbach. With just 3 tour-level wins to his name, with this racket he was able to qualify for the US Open. He then beat legend Stan Smith, winning the first 11 games of the match. This racket was then banned by the ATP Tour shortly after. Let's see if this 50-year-old technology still holds up.
All right, this thing might actually be heavier. I mean, it is heavier than the last one.
All right, my first impressions may be more important than Kyle's because this thing is supposed to put crazy spin on it. I should be feeling it from this side. Is it unpredictable or is it pretty normal?
Oh my gosh.
The thing you gotta realize is back when they were using this racket and when it was super effective, when it got banned, they were playing with a continental grip, straight back, straight forward. They weren't using this laggy topspin that we're trying to use today.
I don't know what to expect from this thing.
Oh my God.
This is actually the strangest thing in the world.
That was the most spin I have ever felt on any ball. That was not a crack. That was not even a crack. This has got to be 400 grams. What the hell?
Oh my Lord.
It's a trampoline.
Oh, what a return, actually.
This racket is supposed to provide crazy, unpredictable spin that has allowed amateurs and virtual nobodies to beat top-ranked players.
All right, game plan with this is definitely just to swing easy, let the racket do its work, let it confuse Trey. Not gonna try to play normal tennis here. Just trust the racket, it's gonna cause some havoc.
All right, because that head size is about half the size of what we normally use, we're going only second serves to give him a little bit of a chance. The big question is, can he find predictability? I just don't think so.
Oh, God. Literally just barely swinging at it.
Oh, that had the crazy spin, but a little long. Oh, there it was. Oh my, you've got to see that jump. You have got to see that jump in person. It's like 1 of every 5. If you catch it, oh God.
Like that's just, it's just weird. Like why did it launch way up there? Like,
You got 2 of those that did the thing.
all right, couple things that was working against me there. This racket is legit the heaviest racket on the planet. There's no doubt about that. 2, the head size, about half the size of my normal racket. Not comfortable with that. 3, I'm not gonna take the time to get comfortable with this, get used to it. It's just not worth doing. And so I was super uncomfortable there. Yes, Trey was also probably uncomfortable with some of those crazy bounces, but for me, felt like I was even more uncomfortable. So did not give me an advantage whatsoever.
Overall, we're just gonna stick with the Dunlop frames. There's a reason that rackets all look pretty much the same, and that is because